in here feel that they are a leader?
Don't lie.
Yeah, don't lie. Okay, I see that many raised their hands, but others didn't. I'm here to tell you today, and Barbie, that the day you signed up as a coach, you became a leader. Today, we are going to show you different tips and how to believe, and believe in yourself, how vision translates down to your team, and how important vision is, what the importance of self-development. You need to feed your mind. And then finally, we're going to touch upon events and how events have changed my business, how it's grown, it's helped me develop as a leader, and just the whole entire scheme of leadership and how all the different steps will come together to help you grow and grow your team. So Barbie?
May I have the clicker, please? The last year I presented and I gave the clicker to a man, it was over. Hold on, that's not what I meant to do. How do you go back?
There.
There we go. So, how many of you, Becky asked the question, how many of you consider yourselves leaders? But truly, and I really want you to be honest with me, how many of you thus far here have been playing the comparison game? Thank you for your honesty. I'm not like Barbie Decker. I'm not like Becky. I'm not like Chris Ballmer. I'm not like Wayne Wyatt. Have you done that? I mean, I have too. I still do that sometimes. However, if you wait until you are a diamond coach, a star diamond coach, until you're making $1,000, $3,000, whatever that thing that you've put in your head, before you can consider yourself a leader, you are missing the mindset that got those people to where they are. And I love this slide. I am a leader. And I want you to say this to yourself now. I am a leader. And believe it, or fake it till you make it. Guys, I can't tell you how many times I thought, I'm not this, but there was a seed in me that felt that I could be that. So you must believe that you are a leader now. And throughout, when you're at a workshop, when you're seeing a superstar on stage, just tell yourself, it's possible. I am a leader. And this I want you to write down. Good leadership is learned in the trenches. It is a long-term process. When I signed up as a good leadership is learned in the trenches, right?
Definitely.
It is a long-term process. When I signed up as a coach, I don't know if my friend Julie Schulte is here, but she said that 2 years later, I showed up to my first event and I was asked to share my story. I was this curly hair girl with glasses and you couldn't understand a word that I was saying because I was so excited and I wasn't a good speaker. But my enthusiasm was there. The woman that is standing here before you was not the woman that was back then, 6 years ago. You become a leader, and you become a leader by doing the activities that we're going to talk about today, by engaging every single day in activities, by being a mentor, and by participating in events. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Next slide. This is so exciting. I get a little nervous with this clicker thing. So, belief and vision. One of our roles as leaders is to share our vision with our coaches and to help them dream. Now, contagious, belief and vision are contagious. That sounds kind of scary, but basically, whatever you believe, that's what you're going to pass on to your team. So if you believe, and you see this with Shakeology, if you believe Shakeology is too expensive, your customers are going to believe Shakeology is too expensive. Correct? Mm-hmm. AKA, right? If you believe that the sky's the limit, your coaches are going to believe that the sky's the limit. I actually told Josh Spencer, my personally sponsored coach, that he would never make any money because I was only making about 100 to 200. I actually told a lot of my coaches that they would never make any money. Okay? Luckily, I changed, my vision changed, and some of them just didn't listen to me. Thank God. But you know what? The difference was that I was passionate and I was in it for the right reasons. So I was leading with my heart. I wanted to help people. And so that's why Josh Spencer proved me wrong and made the Millionaire Club, too. Okay? So you need to check yourself. You need to check your beliefs. And I'm going to help you do that now. So I want you to fill in the blank. What do you believe is possible with coaching? Okay? So fill in the blank as soon as I give you a blank. I know I can blank with coaching. What does succeed mean? I know, so great. I know I can
pay off all debt.
Pay off my debt. Love it. I know I can retire my husband. Yeah. I know I can fire my boss. Fire my boss. I know I can
Fire my boss.
one day. Yes. I know I can change lives.
Oh, that's funny.
College education for kids. What about some smaller goals? What are you saying to yourself?
Take my kids to school.
I know I can help a whole lot of people. Even, I know I can travel. I know that I can have financial freedom. I know, one of my goals, I know that I can make $19,320 a week. And I said that years ago because that would have made $1 million. And I was wrong for years, but that was my goal. I know that I can start my own challenge group. I know that I can make $300 a month on coaching because that would make the difference of keeping your home for a lot of people. Now, let's move on to your limiting beliefs. And these are less fun because I think somewhere I read that we have about 20,000 negative thoughts that run through our mind every day. I could never, please fill in the blank. It's funny how you're quiet. I could never
Be where you are.
I could never be where you are. Thank you for your honesty. I could never speak on stage.
That's what I said.
Here you are. I could never become Diamond. What else? I could never quit my job.
Be a lead.
I could never
Be a lead.
be a millionaire. It wasn't even in my realm of vision. I had no idea. I'll tell you the story in a second. Okay? But where's the limiting belief? I could never, you said it's tough for you? Okay, great. I actually had to really examine myself this time around because I did this exercise myself and I could not come up with a limiting belief. To me, the sky's the limit when it comes to coaching. I believe it. Our vision, what we believe is contagious. Whatever we believe, we're going to transfer on to our team. Rosa, are you here? There you are. What did I tell you, Rosa, when you became a coach? And you've told me this, that I've given you that dream. Like, I believed in you, and so now you know that you can create 6 figures in a year. And you're doing it.
I quit my job.
6 months into it. Rosa signed up. She's a Canadian coach. She signed up. She was about to go give birth, and she was trying to sign up. I'm like, just have the baby. She signed up the next day. Okay? So the next thing you have to ask yourself, and we're going to go back to limiting beliefs, is my vision big enough? Because you're here at Summit. You've made a lot of sacrifices to be here. Right? You're like, mm-hmm. You've made a lot of sacrifices to be here. If your vision and this is fine. I'm not critiquing anyone. I don't know what your why is. But if your vision is to make $300 a month, which could save your house, great. But if you're trying to build a big team, if you're trying to build a team and your vision is limited to $300, how are you going to inspire? How are you going to truly, truly support your coaches who may be needing $50,000 in order to stay home with their children, or whatever that thing is? So you personally need to ask yourself, do I need to expand my vision? Is it big enough? So I'm perfect, right? I never had any limiting beliefs. I had a perfect life. I grew up with a silver spoon, and no. I grew up on welfare. I would feel embarrassed when my mother was paying with food stamps. And one of the reasons that I am the way I am, which is a super achiever, high achiever, is because of the shame that came with being poor. And I was ashamed to get, I get goosebumps, I was ashamed to get free lunch. There were the kids that got the free lunch, the ones that got 25-cent lunch, and the ones that paid full price 75 cents. I had to get the free lunch, and I just envied the kids that got to pay 25 cents because I was so embarrassed, because that meant that I was so poor. And no joke. So, the question is, for those of you that said, I could never be where you are, I could never speak on stage, I could never make $1,000, I could never quit my job, how do you overcome these limiting beliefs? And it's through self-development, it's through reading. I grew up poor. I thought that I could help people. And so my brother makes fun of me. He said that I would line up little dolls when I was little and teach them. So I always had my heart that wanted to help people, but I thought I had to be broke and help people. And so I was a coach in the beginning that would give everyone my discount, that wouldn't make any money, until I started reading self-development. And I started reading Jack Canfield, The Success Principles, and maybe, I don't know what it was, but maybe because there was an example of a man who was making millions of dollars helping people that made me feel like I could do this too. And somehow, through continual self-development, I was able to break through those limiting beliefs. So if you want to grow your organization, if you want to grow, self-development is key. It's not an option. In Beachbody, we talk about the 3 vital behaviors, right? What are they? Invite. I forgot them for a second. Your product and the product, and personal development. We say this so much that sometimes it becomes kind of cliche, right? Like, read 10 pages a day, get product of the product, invite, you know? But there's truth in cliche. Self-development is not optional. If you don't do it, you're going to hit a wall. And I love this image. You will, I see it all the time. People think that they reach, how many of you are guilty of neglecting your self-development? Okay? Almost every single person raised their hand. And it's not, I'm not asking you so that I can shake my finger at you at all. But what I see a lot with coaches is that they reach a certain level, they may be having success and then life gets busy, and then they think, you know, I don't really have to do this anymore. You do. My coach, Leah, I don't know if you're in here, we were talking about this, and we said, you know, people think that when you become a leader, things get easier. They don't. You have, it's like Spider-Man. What is that saying? With great responsibility, no, with great power comes greater responsibility, something like that. I don't watch comic books, but he does behind the scenes. He was showing me his comic book collection, but yeah. I forgot what I was saying about comic books. What was I talking about? That's right. Yeah. So, self-development, see, you don't have to be perfect to present on stage, Becky.